So even if it's not good, you need to know it's not good so you can adjust it.
Yeah, I completely agree. And think about this. Anything that, if you're wanting to see the 25% at the bottom, right? And all of a sudden your equipment is 65%, well, there goes your profit right off the top. So everything's a give and take. And this goes back to our conversation of how do you compete with other people? Let's say, for instance, marketing is, let's say we roughly spend 8 to 10% on marketing to grow our business. But we know in the next 3 years, we want to quadruple in size. Okay, well, that means maybe what we do is we've got 10% profit and we allocate that towards growth. We allocate that towards marketing. We overstaff to get ahead of it. So you can use these as benchmark, but to your point, unless you're watching them, monitoring, or why you want to adjust them, you're missing the key point, which goes back to the financial statements. Do you have a profit and loss statement? Is someone reconciling your books for you every month? Do you know what these numbers are? And again, you can have them pull your report with all of these percentages on these categories. So you can literally apples to apples, what should I be at and what was I at? And then you can drill down and figure out where that problem is. It's really helpful to have a target benchmark in your mind. Like when I do a forecast, I won't have 40 to 50%. I'll know exactly. I want to be at 52% of my cost of goods, and my labor should be at 26%. I'll know these down to the percentage. And that tells me at the end of the month what I should be left with. And if I'm off, I got to be honest with myself and put the work in to go figure out where that gap is, what causes that issue. And again, most of the time, what we see when we're dealing, because a lot of our marketing conversations are very consultative in nature. When we have a marketing conversation, we'll ask them, okay, well, what's your gross margin right now? What are you getting on equipment sales? What's your average ticket? What's your conversion rate? What are you closing at? And we do see a lot of blank faces. And what that tells us is that they've been somewhat successful up to this date. Just imagine how successful they'll be with the power of this knowledge. And by the time we usually get done with a call, they have a lot more of a clear roadmap or a path on how they want to grow.